So we are live. Thanks for tuning in to Get Curious. And today we are going to spend some time with Andrea Belding. Her family founded Belding, right?
Oh, well, my husband's family founded Belding.
Is that true?
Belding Road?
Yeah, like everything Belding.
Everything Belding.
I just married into that whole
I was
everything
totally
Belding.
guessing. So, yeah.
No, that's a good guess.
Wait, you literally just guessed that her family founded Belding.
Remember, we just met.
This actually happened.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's curious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's awesome. So you've been in business for 4 years in real estate, but you have title experience?
I do.
Which is good.
Yes, I started way back in like the early 2000s, and it was the refi crunch, and we literally were throwing the Otis Spunkmeyer cookies in the oven and just cranking cookies and refis out like all day long, and really watching what happened in 2008 occur.
Wow, that's crazy.
Really, I felt like I was part of that, but I did. I started in title and very quickly realized that title was not for me. Mm-hmm. So I'd watch the agents have that interaction at the closing table, and they're like all hugging each other, and I'm like, nobody hugs the closer usually, you know?
Yeah.
You miss that happy moment where that you can see where that relationship had been built, and I was like, wait, I want that. Mm-hmm. I want that piece of that.
And then you worked in a real estate as an office manager, a real estate office?
Yep. So I worked at an office in Lowell. It was a RE/MAX office for a long time. Mm-hmm. And the agent decided to basically unfranchise. So she just dropped RE/MAX. We all moved to a different office. And then the group of agents got together and said, you know what? Like, hey, we want to do this really cool thing that's happening right now. It's called 5-Star. Oh. So I actually helped set up and ran the office, the 5-Star office, for some very fabulous agents, Pat and Tony Schaefer, for a long time. Yeah. So we are still friends. They are great. I have nothing bad to say about them.
That's awesome.
But I literally just left because I was pregnant and the market started to bottom out.
Right.
And it was time to kind of part ways and make different plans. And it was just a matter of market and timing. But so I was very familiar with the 5-Star model and brand, and was part of that because I was on the beginning cusp of that when that first happened. Yeah. So now things have just come full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Took a little while.
I like Pat Schaefer. I golfed with him at the 5-Star golf outing, which we can plug.
You yeah.
There's a 5-Star golf outing taking place. Let me pull up the information.
This episode is sponsored by the golf outing.
Gotta get those shameless plugs in there.
I
know, we just all had this email. You're a brave soul for golfing with Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Leo,
they're fun though.
Who was the hustler on that team? Who was the rock on the team?
My lender.
5-Star Charity Golf.
5-Star Charity Golf. All right, here we go.
Like how I plugged.
Is everyone aware of the golf outing? If not, you should be there. It's May 30th.
Yes.
And 5starcharitygolf.com. 5starcharitygolf.com.
And isn't there euchre too? Like if you don't play golf, you can play cards.
All right. Yep. There is a euchre tournament taking place in the clubhouse while everyone else is golfing.
Nice.
So that way everybody can play. Everyone can participate. So
awesome.
And we're having Slo's Barbecue cater the event.
Oh, sounds really good.
So it's going to be really, really good.
Couldn't they have catered this?
You know what? Actually, I'm going to bring this up with Mary.
Mary, can we have a caterer next time?
We need another sponsor.
Yeah.
So.
No. Nice.
Okay. So we just have some fun facts about you. You're trivia and a music junkie. What genre of music are all music?
No, I love everything.
Yeah?
So I was raised on the Lolorado Lynn and the Johnny Cash and all of that. My parents were very country. It was very much don't change the station. Some days at the office I'm blaring classic rock, and it can be 90s like when I walked in here today. Yeah. I love 80s music. I'm kind of all over the place. I like indie stuff, some folk, and just kind of whatever goes with the mood. But I like how music can kind of motivate you. It can inspire you. It can take you back somewhere. You can roll the windows down and kind of flash back a little bit and drive on a nice day like today. So I don't have anything that I do not like. I love it all.
Music is powerful. And then
it is.
This guy and you share a love of tacos.
Oh,
right?
Paul, I did not know that.
I do love tacos.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like tacos?
I like you even more now.
Yeah. I'm a big fan, but
yeah.
Flour or corn tortilla, that's the question.
You know what? Mostly flour. But I love, literally anything taco. So I don't care if it's like a beef brisket taco. I don't care if it's
yeah, I do like that too.
Yeah, so
a little bit of that Tex-Mex
I don't.
Taco.
Yep, I don't care if I just love anything taco.
Have you been to Fuego in Grant?
I have not.
What? That's the taco place.
Okay, I need to note this. Somebody message me right now so I don't forget this.
So,
El Fuego in Grant.
El Fuego in Grant. No. I have to go up there this weekend. I'm closing on a home in Grant tomorrow. I have to go get my sign.
Northern Michigan is kind of your area.
Yeah.
I would say, a favorite around this office would be Taqueria San Jose on
Okay.
Division. It was an
All
old
right.
A&W stand.
Oh, awesome.
So there's like the picnic table
Yeah.
thing, the V-shaped roof thing.
So you're getting an experience with your tacos.
Yes.
Nice.
And great hot sauces. Really, really good stuff.
Nice. No, I love everything taco. My clients will message me cute little gifs of tacos, and like, I saw this T-shirt, it made me think of you. Or there's like a sign somewhere on 28th Street one day. It was Taco Thursday, and literally another agent stopped just to take a picture of the sign
Ooh.
to send it to me about Taco Thursday. She's like, "See, it's not just for Tuesdays anymore."
I was talking to my 5-year-old daughter, who was probably 4 at the time, Clara, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to have tacos tonight?" She goes, "Is it Tuesday?"
Oh.
And I was like, "It's Monday, but I like where your head's at."
You can't, but you
know?
can't limit your kids
She-
to thinking it's only okay on
She was
Tuesdays.
going Taco Tuesday, and I'm
Yeah.
like, she was like, "It must be Tuesday."
Any
But
day- any day's
you wanna,
a good
you wanna
day.
open their horizons. That's really,
Yes.
as parents, what we're doing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tacos are for every day,
This is true.
not just Tuesdays.
No. But especially Tuesdays. They're cheaper on Tuesdays.
So let's play our quick little game. I'm
Okay.
going to say something, and you give me your first answer. in your
All
head.
right.
Just quick questions.
Okay.
Hold on, I want to give Tim an update, a real shout out. Righteous Cuisine in Grand Haven.
Oh.
Have you been there yet?
No.
You have to go.
See, this was well worth this trip in today. I
Righteous
just have
Cuisine.
3 places I can go have tacos.
Grand
now.
Haven and apparently the Muskegon Mall, but the Grand Haven one is the one I've been to. Amazing tacos. So
Awesome, thank you.
It's now officially documented here in the comment section. So
Yeah.
you can
Great.
go there. Okay,
Great.
moving on. Sorry.
Good.
All right, let's
So-
play the game.
You'll answer, then
Yeah.
we'll answer. So least favorite holiday.
My least favorite holiday? Oh, everybody's going to hate me
Least
now.
favorite holiday.
It's
Switching it up.
It's Christmas.
Okay.
Whoa!
I know.
Oh my gosh!
But see, you said we're going to
This
play
is
this.
West Michigan.
I know. So I just
Holy
said, I
cow.
literally just said, everybody's going to hate me now. It's Christmas because it's so materialistic.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's far from what it should be. Like, Christmas to me should just be like dinner, we all hang out.
yeah.
Christmas, especially when I was growing up, was overwhelming. Like, we were run ragged, we were running around everywhere, and I
House to
wasn't.
house to house to
yeah,
house to house.
I wasn't allowed to like really enjoy it. My mom loves Christmas, bless her soul. Like, she is a Christmas nut.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like October, Christmas would start, and like
Mm-hmm.
October 31st, like Halloween down, Christmas up. And that was great, but it got so far from what it was supposed to be. And when we had our children, it was the same thing. You get run ragged and you want to establish tradition and do different things. So it's my least favorite just because it gets so far away from what it's supposed to be
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, so not that I'm like, oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Christmas.
yeah, so I have to clarify. I'm
All
going to
right,
answer
okay.
honestly, but
All
you got to
right.
let me clarify. So
4th of July for me.
Halloween.
4th of July. See?
So favorite restaurant in West Michigan.
Oh, see, mine's not a restaurant. So, like, my favorite is the food truck in Greenville,
Good
which is Chef's Hand Specialties, and he's only there from like March to October.
Oh, that's cool.
So I really only get to visit for a very small window of time.
Precious time.
And he's like been spotted in Greenville, so I cannot wait till we see like
Nice.
the food truck pull in and we get to go again.
Cool.
So yeah, that's my fave.
Chop House.
You know, I said bistro last time.
Yeah.
There's another one now. I'm gonna say Marcona on Lion, right next to
Okay.
Martha's Vineyard.
Okay.
Nice.
Mediterranean food.
Yeah.
Middle Eastern food.
Mediterranean.
Cool. Favorite type of muffin.
Oh, blueberry.
Lemon poppy seed.
I gotta say, banana
Banana.
nut bread. Banana nut muffin.
Banana nut muffin.
I guess.
You don't
I
even
don't eat
act like you
muffins.
like
I don't
muffins
even eat
right now.
muffins.
He's like,
I'm
I don't even eat them.
know. Yeah, I don't eat muffins.
In the
Nice.
spirit of like the Final Four and stuff like that, do you have a favorite sports team?
Oh, yeah, everything Michigan, go blue.
Okay.
I bleed blue.
Okay.
So, yes.
I'm a Michigan guy too.
Yeah.
Sports team?
Sports team.
Now he's making
golfer.
faces like he doesn't like
Or
sports.
golfer.
I would say my favorite golfer. People like to hate me, but like Tiger Woods is unbelievable to watch. He's just like he can do things that most people can't do. So watching Tiger Woods golf always makes golf a little more exciting. So
Okay. Let's scale
good
1 to
answer.
10, 10 being the best, flawless.
Okay.
Rate your driving.
I'm gonna go with like 13.
Oh, okay.
whoa,
No,
all right.
no, I am a very lead foot, like, but no tickets and no.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm like at 8.5.
8.5. We can
I
do
would
that.
think that I'll let everyone else speak in this building, but I think we're 9.5. I mean, definitely, I've got.
With Apple Play, yes, but the Apple Car.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I have I have CarPlay.
Nice.
I like to push the gas pedal down, but I'm also I'm just a great driver in general.
Because I say 13, but I'm pretty sure like everybody else would give me a 6.
The
I scare them.
scariest person I
Ask
drive
your rider.
with is Dominic Krupp.
Oh.
He's the most scary person I've ever ridden with in my life. He's the videographer here at 5 Star. Terrifying. But
So I'm going to note that too. Taco places, and don't get in the car with Dom.
Don't go
Okay.
meet to tacos
meet
with
Dom
Dom.
at the taco shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meet him there.
All right, perfect.
You will have a good time though if you have.
I might just do it now to say I did it once.
Favorite ice cream?
Favorite ice cream, mint chocolate chip.
Mine too. Green or white?
Green. It just doesn't seem the same if it's
I'm white.
green.
Favorite ice cream? I know you said last time.
Yesterday I had sea salt caramel. Thought it was really, really good. I'm between sea salt caramel and
That sounds good.
and chocolate chip cookie.
Okay.
Okay.
Favorite thing in your closet right now?
Favorite thing in my closet right now? I'm a shoe nut, so
Oh.
like all my shoes.
Nice.
Yes.
I got a couple of these Untuck It shirts.
Oh.
I bought a series of this exact shirt in just different colors. That's all that's in my closet.
So you found a fave and then just
Yeah.
bought every
Just
color
have
they
one,
make?
One collared shirt with button-down collars.
Nice.
Where do you get your news from?
Where do I get my online?
Okay.
Pretty much Google, anything that pops up in my
Yeah.
feed. So,
Okay, I'm same.
yeah.
Yeah, I use Apple News to curate all of my news.
Oh.
So it's like one centralized spot where like all my news just comes into
I have
one
like
location.
Business Insider on Facebook. I'm always on that one.
Oh, that's
but it's
good.
it's not just business, it's
Yeah.
everything.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
last one, gas or wood burning fireplace?
Oh, see, this is tough because I have a few fireplaces in my home that are gas, and that's fantastic, but I really do prefer wood. So, but I mean, can you go wrong on a cold winter night with a fire either way?
Yeah, I mean, a fire
So,
is great.
yeah.
Either way, totally wood burning. I have a wood
Yeah.
burning fireplace.
I'm a gas guy. So,
Why?
well, like bonfires, obviously wood, but
Oh yeah,
I just don't
bonfires
want
are
to
the
deal with all
bomb.
the
Bonfires
mess.
are the bomb.
It was like, hey, we're gonna have a fire.
not
Unlock
like
the propane tank from the grill, please. We're gonna have a fire.
Right, let's go hook that up.
Like at our Christmas party, I have one of those. No.
This is why he said he hates 4th of July.
Yeah.
Because there's bonfires.
So I just don't like the
Convenience.
mess.
Just like to flick it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to go out and chop and
Yep.
log in the dirt and the bugs, and yeah,
Okay.
I get it. I get it.
So I can already tell you love to talk. You're very relatable,
Thanks.
and you can already tell that you have a good vibe for real estate and stuff like that. So much so that you closed 5.6 million last year,
Yeah.
4 years in. That's really good.
Thanks.
Do you think that?
I do think
Do you feel that?
Now, and I've always been very goal driven.
Okay.
So I sit down and I even evaluate I look at my stuff quarterly.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do it yearly. I really look at it quarterly because you can get so busy and so caught up that you forget where you're at and what your goals are. Who wants to sit down in December and realize you missed like 6 things?
Right.
Right.
So I do it quarterly. But my goal has always been to do 1 million more than the year before.
That's
That's
okay.
kind of my slogan. Last year I did
1 million more than the
year
year
before.
before.
I mean,
like
it's
it.
catchy, right?
Yeah.
So I just stay focused on that, but I try not to be number driven, but relationship driven.
Okay.
If you're relationship driven, you'll have the numbers. So that's really where my focus is. I mean, I sit down and I figure out my numbers, and I know what my average home sales price is and how many sides, and I think all that's important. But the relationship side of things is really the most important part.
Do you ever set goals rather than 1 million more than a year ago? What was that?
A million
Million
more.
more
A million more than the year before.
Yeah, that's going to be trending after this.
Yeah, we're trending. Hashtag trending.
Hashtag, yeah.
Do you ever set relationship goals like I'm going to meet 4 new people this quarter
Yes.
or this month? Is
Yep.
that-
No,
okay.
and I mean, I do number goals. I do simple things like I'm going to make a new file checklist for this thing or whatever. So, because I feel like it's really important to have that power from checking something off your list too. So I set little goals and I set big goals. But relationship wise, I am very structured with how I plan out my week. So I always
Walk us through that.
Yeah, I always block out Thursdays. So Thursday's like my day to have lunch with people. And sometimes I'm more successful with that than other weeks. But whether it's a past client, I call my A plus people, like have lunch with Greg on a Thursday. Like those are the most important things to me. So if you stay relationship driven with that. So I will literally sit down and look at my numbers and go, okay, I had 7 direct deals that were referrals from my clients from the year before. Now I want 14. And I look at that objectively. Where is it coming from? Where is that at? And how do I do that? And I need to have lunch with those people. And I need to ask for those referrals. So that's part of my structure of how I run my week. My girlfriends make fun of me a lot because they'll be like, oh, it's Thursday, Andrea's going to water the plants.
Yeah.
But those OCD things make me successful because I'm just focused. I know what I'm doing every day. And being key on that and making sure that you don't deviate from the plan, I think that is so important to make sure you're at least doing $1 million more. So last year I did $2 million more than the year before.
There you go.
Nice.
Do you think you're going to do more than $1 million or $2 million more this year?
Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, this first quarter's been a little slow. I'm sure everybody's kind of feeling that. I think polar vortex and
throws
just
for a loop.
inventory. I mean, we're all talking about inventory. I think has affected that. It's not been my best quarter, but I don't let that affect me because we have so much more of the year left.
Yeah.
Because a bad quarter doesn't define you, really.
Yeah.
So if there's any other agents that were like, wow, my numbers are not off where they were at last year, you might be in July going, oh my gosh, where was this in March? And that's all good. There's that ebb and flow of things. But no, I don't think I'm ever going to be sitting here going, yeah, my mantra is 3 million more than the year before.
Yeah.
But you have to be reasonable with
So-
it. Yeah.
You mentioned a second ago you meet on Thursdays with people and you do ask for those referrals. What does that look like?
I mean, it can be basic. So yesterday, for instance, I was getting my hair done. And the girl next to me, so my hairdresser, of course, we're talking, how's work, this conversation. She perks up and is like, well, we're thinking about selling our house, but we have this issue with the shed. I'm like, that's great. And it's just, it has to be authentic.
Yeah.
And you have to have a conversation with them first. You can't just be like, here's my business card. There's no connection. You really have to make the connection too, or they're not going to remember you. They're going to see that business card a few weeks out and be like, meh.
Whatever.
And toss in the trash.
Right.
So we literally sat and had a conversation the whole time I was getting my hair done about variances and setbacks and all this stuff. And I got up when I was done and I just laid my card there and I'm like, no pressure. It's really great talking with you. I'd love to do it again. I obviously have no problem answering questions.
Okay.
So it's really, you can't force it.
Yeah. But you
So-
did swing it back around with hey,
Yeah,
kind of if you do want
Yeah.
to take this further, here's my card.
exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you do anything, do you have a structured day, like Monday through Wednesday? Do you have a normal flow of your day? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I have kitschy phrases for everything.
Okay.
So I do
Okay.
I do touch base Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know somebody else who does that.
Do you do
Yeah.
touch base? I love it. No, because Tuesday I just instantly know. Tuesdays I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm touching base with everybody.
Yep.
I even go through my CRM and I'm, who haven't I heard from? Who have I not seen on Facebook? What do these people have going on? Or what can I do? Can I text them a little cutesy message? I Bitmoji myself quite a bit.
Okay.
Just cute and hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope everything's great. How's the new grandbaby? And if I haven't heard from them, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take 10 people today that I haven't heard from. And I'm going to make sure I'm touching base with them. It's Tuesday. That's what I do. And some weeks it might take you half an hour, and some weeks you might get caught up in conversation. It's an hour and a half. But if you're not blocking out any time for it, you're not going to have those interactions.
How do you pick the people you're touching base with again?
It just depends. So I'll go through my CRM.
Okay.
And I'll, oh gosh, I haven't heard
You'll
from
just
Lisa in a
let
while.
them kind of pop off the page to you, kind of.
Yes, yeah. It'll come to me whether I've seen them post something on Facebook or I just plain have not heard from them in a while. If I ran into them at the grocery store and we had a little conversation I want to follow up with, how was your trip last week? So whatever it is.
It's very gut driven.
It is.
When you see
Yes.
those names, who might need to
Yes.
hear from you right now?
Yep. There's no, I don't have a rhyme or reason to it. They just kind of jump off.
I like that.
Yeah,
Makes
and then I
sense.
go through all my buyers on Tuesdays. So I take that time and I make sure I'm touching base with them, especially when there's not a lot of inventory. So you're not meeting with them every few days. So you really have to make sure they're still hearing from you.
Yeah.
So they know
they're
they're
not wondering what's she
Yes.
doing. Why am I not hearing
Yeah.
from her?
My realtor's terrible. I haven't heard from her in 2 weeks. No, they're going to hear from me.
Yeah.
So that's my Tuesday. I sit down and I usually do it in the afternoon after I've kind of done my tasks for the day. So I can just focus on that and I don't have my email blowing me up or my phone or worrying about the voicemails I haven't got to yet. I do it kind of at the end of my day. And sometimes I'll do it even in the evening, oh crap, I was really busy today. I didn't get to it. Well, they're sitting at home at 7 o'clock too, and I can just be like, hey, really awesome about your trip. What was your favorite part? And might have a text conversation for an hour with somebody. But again, it's got to be kind of organic and authentic. Can't force it.
How did you activate your business?
As far as just
When you
we're
first
gonna
got back
go?
into the business, how did you get it
Ooh.
moving? How did you activate it? How did you start it?
A lot of legwork and just talking to people. I really think it's important to sit in the office even when you don't have work going on. We were just talking about that before we got started, because you can glean so much from just listening to the other agents and their situations and how they're approaching things. And it helps keep you motivated to realize that this is what you're working towards. So I really just trying to get out there and be like, oh, you know me as this. I'd worn many hats prior. Owned a commercial janitorial service for many years. I sat on city council in Belding for a number of years. I ran the community garden. So they know you as council girl and garden girl and all these other things, but you want to be a real estate girl. So how do you navigate those relationships for them to think about you in a different capacity? Mm-hmm. So it was really just getting out and talking and being consistent. Like I used to go to trivia every Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. And they know that you're going to be there and they can come up and approach you and being approachable.
And you would come out throughout just being around them enough that, oh, she's a realtor, she's...
Yep. And just really, if people don't know what you do and you're not publicly broadcasting like you have a love or a passion for it, how are they going to gravitate towards you?
You're a realtor.
Yeah, exactly. Which, you're not going to be a very successful one.
No.
So it was really just that, sitting and learning and spending time on those relationships. And the hardest part when you're first starting is learning to ask for, hey, I know you guys just got married. If you're thinking about it, it's hard. But once you get your first one and then your second one and things start going, it just all kind of comes together.
That's interesting. That's an interesting part of sales where, like, I think that when I first got started, people gave me these scripts, and I believe that scripts can be really good. I mean, Tim Creech was on just recently, and he had some really interesting scripts. I thought that his scripts were pretty good versus, like, being super canned. But, rewind about 9 years ago, or no, more like, how long have it been? 13 years ago when I started? The scripts were a little more like, who do you know who's buying or selling in 6 months or less? And I think what I failed to realize back then when I was first starting is that letting someone know you want to help them is actually sort of like, in a way, sort of a nice soft, like, I would love to help you guys if you ever had to go find a house. I think it'd be fun to help you guys, or whatever. That invitation to work together, more like an invitation to work together versus, because,
the in-your-face sales pitch.
Many times when someone, like, we have this person who was helping my wife organize our basement because we had just moved, we have 3 kids, we got all this accumulation of stuff. And she was like, I would love to help you guys organize sometime. I have this little business. I mean, it would just be so fun to help you guys.
And boom.
But it wasn't like there was no sales pitch.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I talked to so-and-so, and she said she'd love to come over sometime. Maybe we should have her over here. I just think it's an interesting way of beginning the relationship by invitations or whatever.
It was casual.
You confess that you're a Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini junkies.
Yes.
Those are more, they have a flavor of being more salesy and
they
kind of
do.
in your face. So what did you learn from them?
I use Tom Ferry and Buffini. Like, I love Buffini's bold predictions. I just like to sit and listen, tap in to see what he thinks is going, what the market is doing and how he views it. Okay. He's usually pretty spot on. So, and I use Ferry, just the numbers driven portion of things. How many points of contact do you need every day, and just putting things in a perspective. I don't necessarily agree or apply everything I hear from either of them, but it helps keep you motivated. So whether you're just driving in the car, going to pick up the kids from school or whatever it is, and you can quickly hit a 20-minute podcast, and just, even if you take one teeny piece of information from it, that was worth it to me. So I'm not like, oh, I do this. The only thing I do use Buffini's CRM, just because I like how it's organized. And
what's that called?
It's just Referral Maker. Okay. Yeah. So, and you can get it fairly inexpensive.
What does it cost for Referral Maker?
So I pay $20 a month.
$20 a month?
And that's it. And it's very organized by your sphere and where you're at, and it's super easy to hit. While I'm on the phone still, I can hit track the call and punch it in really quick. And it's just super user friendly.
But you use it all the time, so like it's something that's part of your.
It's open every day.
Part of your style, part of how you. It's like MyFitnessPal.
Yes.
Where you're plugging everything you're eating in, but you do this with real estate. Everything you do gets plugged into this.
Yep. And I was Ninja trained. So I used to have the binder.
Shout out for Ninja.
Yes, I love Ninja.
Coming this September.
No, I actually think I'm going to do it again because I loved it so much the first time. So Ninja, because just like the Buffini Referral Maker, Ninja is more about relationships than sales. Yep. So I was Ninja trained, which I love. So I had the binder, and I'm like, TSW. I won't say what that is, but so TSW, and I would track everything. So I was already logging it but then it was like, okay, wait, how do I do this digitally? So it's a little bit more convenient. Instead of writing the reminder in my calendar, it literally will ding and tell me, hey, you need to make this phone call today. So I just sent on a CMA last week. I just instantly, once I hit email, I logged that I did it. I entered it in my thing, and I said, hey, next Friday you need to follow up with this. And it just really streamlines things. But that's more relationship driven than transaction driven. I know some agents prefer CRMs that are a little both or more transaction driven. Yeah. It's more relationship. So
do you ever feel like when you have to make those calls and kind of push yourself out there to play in traffic, as we say, do you have any hesitations or inner things where you go, I don't like to do this, I don't want to make this call, or you
when an appraisal is low.
Okay, so problem driven, yes, but not first initial contacts.
No,
that just doesn't exist in you.
No, it doesn't, and I've always been that way. My mom will tell you I came out talking. Most people will agree with that. I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to somebody in the grocery store. My daughter's like, oh, she's doing it again, but that's just something that comes natural to me. That's just part of my personality.
I think that would be your highest skill in real estate. You're not afraid. You have no fear to go, how can I help you?
Yep.
So, and you'll initiate.
Yes.
You initiate all these conversations.
Yes.
Tuesdays, Thursdays.
I do. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. But seriously, when an appraisal comes back low, I'm like, oh, what do you do? You know? Yeah. So those are the hard ones. Or to me too, the congratulations calls are the best. Hey, your offer got accepted, and you're like, woo woo, and you're so excited. Yeah. But the ones where it's like, I'm sorry, even when I'm the listing agent, I have to call the other agent and say, I'm sorry, we didn't accept your offer. I hate those ones. Like, I don't like to be the bearer of bad news at all. So
that's
probably normal
in our industry. There's those calls you don't make, but on the prospecting or the gaining of business, no fear.
No fear. No, just like this video thing doesn't scare me.
But you don't cold call?
No. So I don't like
buy leads?
No, I do not buy leads. So I will say I do advertise on Zillow. So if they come to me, I will do that. But I'm not like
pay to be the premier. So you appear and you have all the things, but you don't buy anyone.
Yep, and that's something I just started. So it's a matter of recognition. When you're first starting, like you just asked me, I was like, okay, this Zillow thing, because that was new to me. When I left in 2008, Zillow was not a thing.
Right.
So I really had to learn the social and the online component. That I knew forums, I knew all of that, but learning that component. So I was like, oh, now I need these people to understand. I'm an agent, so I guess I have to get on this thing called Zillow. So I merely do it. I close some Zillow deals in the year. That's not obviously my primary source of where things come from. But I would never buy leads because, again, it's the forming of relationships. I would rather have a referral from a past client or a friend or a family member or a business connection, and know that it's a quality and they want to work with you because you're of like mind and you know that your customer service skills are top notch, and have those be where my transactions come from, than have it be some cold. And quite honestly, that comes so organically that I don't need that.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask. Do you have something in your system or in your flow that you actually ask for the referral, or is it just they know? They
just know. And, like we had our open house last week and we had a lot of clients that came in later in the day. And they're like, oh, and whether it's they're at the end of they've bought their forever home, they're retiring or whatever it is. I'm always like, that's so awesome. I love working with you. I would love to do it for any of your friends and family. Your referrals mean the world to me. And you just leave it at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
The invitation.
Yep, invitation.
Do you have any monthly, consistent, like a newsletter or postcards or the holiday stuff or anything like that?
I don't. Okay. So I'm an anti-emailer because when I get all the emails from everybody, I'm like, delete, because I don't have time for it.
Sure.
So when my buyers buy with me, I put them on like a 5-year marketing plan through a company that I utilize that I have nothing to do with. Literally, they smack my information on it and they send it out. So that's super quick and easy and convenient for me because I don't have to sit down and go, oh my gosh, it's March 27th. I don't have my newsletter ready, or finding a source for that. So I don't do anything monthly. I do quarterly partner with one of my lender partners, and we'll send out like baseball magnets, or we'll do like cleaning tips or newsletters, or, I'll farm an area quarterly. I work with the Bee Foundation in Belding, which is like Pink Arrow Force, like in Lowell, so it's a cancer group. And they're very local. So twice a year I do postcards with them to help spread their message, and that when I close, I donate. So
co-branding.
I co-brand with them. Yeah. So I put theirs on the Belding side riders. I actually put proud supporter of Bee Foundation, and I try to come about it in a different way. Because if I'm doing my touch base Tuesdays, and when I'm running into them places, and I'm making sure that if I see they have a baby on Facebook, and I'm I'm popping by and I'm sending gifts and I'm doing cards, I don't feel like they need a newsletter from me once a month with what's going on, because if I'm doing my job right, I probably have already talked to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not knocking newsletters,
yeah.
because some people that works great for them.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's other points of contact or moments where you can touch base that are a little bit better than just a broad spectrum
Higher
newsletter or
impact
email.
touch base
Yeah.
versus-
Yeah.
How do you
Yep.
interact and use your social media? Do you have a business page?
I do
you
not.
Post just sold, all that kind of stuff?
I do. So I try to make sure I have, like, once a month I'll even scroll back through my Facebook just to make sure I'm not unbalanced one way or the other. So I really feel like once somebody looks you up, they probably already know a little bit about you. They may know you're in real estate already. So they just need to see that you're active and see what's going on. So I try to keep a balance between personal and business, but I take a photo at almost every single closing.
Okay.
If I'm not there, I'm like, oh no, I missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
I'll post a photo of the house with a sold and a cute little message. But I make sure that I'm always posting about my day, whether it's a video about what's going on in the office or, this really great thing happened, or I got real bad transaction and I survived,
Yeah.
or, how to debunk myths with appraisals. So I try to make sure that it's me personally, because they want to know who you are as a person. That's
Yeah.
kind of what the point of Facebook is.
Yeah.
I really did not want to have a business page because I didn't want to take the time to manage
Yeah.
two things that to me was a time sucker.
Yeah.
So I just make sure that if they come to my page, they know I'm a realtor. It's the first thing in my little bio. And that they can see who I am as a person too,
Yeah.
and what I like to enjoy, and maybe we'll connect on one of those things.
Is there, as you were like maybe year 2 or 3, because the first year you're trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Is there 1 or 2 pieces of advice that you got that you took to heart, you put into practice, and you're like, that was a game changer for me, that you could share with us?
Ooh. Really, the being in the office component. So I had a couple agents at the brokerage I was working for that were seasoned agents, like 20 years in, and really just preached to the fact, just sit here. Even if you don't have anything going on, just sit here. And I'm like, well, this seems really boring. I pack my stuff up and come in here every day and just sit here and I don't have anything to do. But you can sit at home and do the laundry and you're never going to get going. So even though it seemed really monotonous and ridiculous for the first few months, until you start getting those relationships, just go sit in the office or go hang out with others and network. And that was my other thing, networking, whether it's within our industry or you're serving on a board. But again, authentic, it has to be something you're passionate about. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy it. And just getting on those groups and doing something, because then it doesn't necessarily seem like volunteering and not taking away. So really networking and being in the office.
Being active, doing something.
Yeah, do something.
Get out there.
Yep.
No, that's good.
Yep.
I think that's great advice.
Yeah.
So do I. That was 30 minutes.
That was 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
30
That one's super
30 plus.
quick.
Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
It does go super quick.
So what do you have on tap today?
I'm going back to my office in Greenville, which we just opened.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so
Yep.
I co-manage 5-Star Flat River in Greenville. So, and it's kind of a new co-op concept that was very
Talk
new to
about that.
5-Star.
What do you mean by that?
So we sat down with Jackie and she was doing her normal spiel and I'm like, Jackie, like, just stop for a second. This is what we want to do. Because she can steamroll that conversation.
Yeah.
Her energy is so amazing. But I said, we want to do something that's a little different. We want to have a private office, but yet have it open to other agents. So we are not a team. So any agent that's a 5-Star agent can have a space, like basically like a desk use rental agreement at our office. So it's we call it a collective. So we're a group of realtors that are collectively working together to better each other's businesses. And it's amazing. The culture of our office is something unique. And when we decided we wanted to do it, it was very much about realizing the industry was changing and things were heading in a different direction. And we wanted to be on the leading edge of that. And we made that decision in October and we officially cut our ribbon last week.
Congrats.
It's amazing.
Yeah, very
thanks.
cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Fellow taco lover.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll have to get tacos sometime.
Yeah, no, I totally want to.
Yeah.
So, and Dom is not driving.
No, we'll meet down there.
Yes.
But
So-
you are invited down.
Yeah, I'm good with that. You just can't drive. Awesome.
Thanks, and I hope
Thank
you have
you.
a very fun and prosperous new year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.